the Nexa senior management, and obviously Manish, who's been a partner with us for many years now at Lakme Fashion Week. I'd just like to start by saying that the Fashion Week over the years has been growing as a property that transcends beyond just the event and is now more a content generation platform that runs across the year. And we are happy to announce this association with Nexa, who comes on as a primary partner with us, not just for the event, but as a conversation in fashion that continues over a period of time. Obviously, before Manish says it, that Lakme Fashion Week is family to him. I'll return that favor and say that you are family to us as well at the event. Nexa is more than an automotive retail experience. It is reflective of a lifestyle for the global consumer. And fashion is one of the key integral parts of that lifestyle. We hope that this journey that we have begun together as Lakme Fashion Week and Nexa, as they grow their association with fashion, leads to many significant milestones for both our brands, and we are glad to have you with us today. I now call on stage Mr. R.S. Kalsi, Executive Director, Marketing and Sales, Maruti Suzuki, to say a few words.
Thank you, Jaspreet. Good evening, esteemed members of the media, Mr. Manish Malhotra, his team members. It's indeed a matter of delight for us at Maruti Suzuki to be associated with the Lakme Fashion Week. In fact, Nexa, as we talk about, does not just give a global experience to the customers in terms of buying a car, but it's all about lifestyle as well. And we are associated with fashion, we are associated with music, we are associated with journeys and travel and all kinds of experiences that our most discerning customers who are global, who are aspirational in terms of their expectations are associated with. So we are really glad to be associated with the Lakme Fashion Week, and I'm sure that fashion being one of the most important ingredients of the lifestyle of the customers that we are creating, it certainly is a great association, and it will go a long way. Thank you.
I'd like to now call on stage our very dear friend, Manish Malhotra, who over a period of time has done such a significant mass of work now that, we're just glad to have you be part of our event and add value season on season. We've done some major technological milestones in the past with the virtual reality video that we created last year, and we are hoping that we take this story forward in even a larger way with the closing show at Lakme Fashion Week this season.
Thank you, Jaspreet. And like you already mentioned, what I was going to say, that Lakme Fashion Week is family to me. So I just finished a huge show and come back, and I was at the Vogue wedding show, and I've just come back, and I think before I left for Delhi, which was about 10 days or 20 days ago, 20 days ago, I think, we had this meeting, and we said, and Jaspreet and Nikita said, you have to do this show. We are not going to do Fashion Week without you. And I was like, my first answer was, it's Nexa, it's Lakme Fashion Week, it's IMGR, it's a yes, yes, yes. I'll work overnight, but I'll, of course, do this show. The show is different for me because it's actually very different for Fashion Week because the Lakme show is happening on the first night itself. And this is the first time that there's a closing show, which is a closing show in its own respect and position. And so I'm very happy that they chose me to be that first designer who would do the closing show, as this is a new strategy, system, new format, which Lakme Fashion Week has come up with. And that's what I love about Lakme Fashion Week and IMGR. They are constantly pushing the envelope and coming up with newer and newer things. It pushes me as a designer to think new. in this show, I'm going to be introducing a lot of suits for men. It's the first time that I'm doing a lot of bespoke suits, dinner jackets for men. It's a show that's going to have a lot of menswear. And where women are concerned, there's going to be a lot of cocktail dresses for the first time. I've been doing gowns since the last 2 years, but this is the first time that I'm going to be doing dresses. And of course, in all the colors that Nexa and me thought together, which are black, chrome, white. We're all getting very, and the collection is called Tales of Indulgence. The show's all about sensuality, it's about indulgence, it's about decadence, it's about luxury, and of course, it's very young. I'm really excited that we're all here in a very small preview of the collection, and we talk about it all after you'll see the collection. So let's see it. So that's just a very small preview of the collection. Lots and lots more to happen when we have the show. So thank you.
I'd like to request on stage again Mr. R.S. Kalsi and Mr. Tarun Garg as well, who's the Executive Vice President of Maruti Suzuki, to come up for a photo opportunity. Sir, if I can come this side. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. We'll do quick Q&A.
Any questions?
You want to ask a question? Excuse me? You want to ask a question? Yeah, you can go.
Hi, Manish. Yeah. So you just closed at India Couture Week, and you'll be closing at Lakme Fashion Week again. How different will this collection be from the last one in terms of the kind of embroideries and crafts you've used?
Well, it will be absolutely different because they're two different collections. For me, this is also an evening wear collection, but it's a bit more younger. It's different in terms of, like I mentioned earlier, it's got short dresses, it's got cocktail dresses, but something that I've never done before. And I'm introducing them with this collection as well as suits for men. And you'll see a lot of, the collection has this wide variety of silhouettes. And all the embroidery is either in black pearl or it's a lot of thread work. And it's the first time that I'm using black and chrome so much in my collection. I've never really used black for women. I've used it a lot more for men earlier. And I think for me, it's an amalgamation of different cuts and designs, which are all about festive. So I'm approaching winter festive in a different way as compared to have done it earlier. So even the saris that you'll see in this show, or you'll see jacket outfits, or even a lehenga skirt, but they're going to be a lot more modern, and they're going to be a lot more different, is the effort, and something that I've never done before in terms of cut and silhouette is what I'm wanting to do with this collection. So when I say tales of indulgence, I think I'm indulging myself.
Hi. Hello? Yeah. Okay, so I want to know what's in it for Nexa to associate with Lakme Fashion Week.
Well, I would like to say that at Nexa, we are giving not only our retailing great retailing experience to our customers, but Nexa is all about lifestyles. So fashion is a very important ingredient of the lifestyles of our customers, and so we see a very good synergy between Nexa and Lakme Fashion Week. And further, I would like to emphasize that what I observed now, I'm not from the fashion industry, but being from the car industry, I'm a bit of everything. We are into styling, we are into design, we are into technology. Then, of course, we are into a bit of fashion as well when we have to design the interiors of the cars. So the designs which I saw today are really impressive, and they are innovative, and at the same time, they are practical and wearable. So it's amazing, really, and there is a great synergy between Nexa and Lakme Fashion Week.
Great. Thanks.
Any more questions?
Here. Hi, I'm Ridula. Can you tell us what's in store for the Lakme Fashion Week? Like, we just saw a preview, and what more to expect from the show? Yeah.
Well, a lot.
Don't give away too much about the show.
But a lot more, because there are going to be almost 70 models in the show. And like I mentioned earlier, it's called Tales of Indulgence. So I'm indulging myself with various cuts, and there's a lot of thread work, as I mentioned, a lot of black pearl. Black is a color that I've not really used before, and thanks to Nexa, I'm using a lot of black in my collection, and chrome. It's a more younger collection. It's for a versatile girl who's even at winter festive not necessarily is going to wear something very Indian, but yet loves her Indian craft. And I think in whatever I do, however Western, or my touch of a little Indianness will always be there. And that's something as a designer that I really like, and I think that differentiates my work, for me, and from many other things and many other designs, because I feel that that's where I start. So there's always that little touch of Indianness that will come in my clothes, which is something I want to introduce even in the suits, and maybe a motive that probably will tell a story throughout the collection. So I didn't want to show it all here. This is just a scratch. It's just going to get better.
Hi, Manish.
Hi.
Hi. You just spoke about silhouettes. So my question is for all those designing enthusiasts out there, that how is the fusion of Western and Indian silhouettes influencing the Indian designing?
Well, for me, as you know, I started my career with movies, and it's 27 years to movies, and it's 12 years to my label. But I think for my label, and as a designer for me, I just love the idea of having a bit of an Indian touch. I mean, that's me as a designer. And I actually, I kind of find that that makes my work different for me. So even when I'm doing something which is like a gown, or which I started 2 years ago, and I've been doing a lot of gowns for weddings and receptions and all of that, and maybe dresses, there will always be that touch of glamour. There'll always be a touch of slightly something Indian there. And I think it really works. The Indian bride today is very different from a bride that was 2 years ago. Today she's very clear which designer she wants to wear, which designer she wants to wear on which occasion. And so is the bridegroom. And at some days she wants to wear a lehenga, some days she wants to be traditional. But now she wants to wear a cocktail dress on one night. And the bridegroom wants to wear a dinner jacket. He doesn't just want to wear a sherwani every day. So he's Indian, his wedding is Indian, but he doesn't mind that global fashion in his wedding and among all the functions. So I think it's being taken really well. And for all the fringes and tassels and glamour in the Indian clothes and the trails, which I love, I think I feel I've been accepted really well.
Hi. Hello. Yeah. My question is for Jaspreet. From IMG's perspective, what can we expect from Lakme Fashion Week this year? From
Thank
the
you
collection?
for asking me a question. I usually don't get asked a question. I just have to sit around looking pretty in these events. See, for us, like I was telling you earlier, it's moved from being just an event to a content generation storytelling platform, a digital platform, if you may. And from our perspective, it is about telling stories rather than doing shows. So what you will see are a lot of stories told, from innovations, from partnerships, from sustainability, from the work that we do in the Indian handloom sector. So, there are some really exciting things that are planned, and I'd be happy to. I don't want to take too much time here, but I think the key point for us is how do we keep continuously innovating to enhance conversation that leads to the business of fashion. Eventually, we're all here to enhance business, and we have to be mindful of that as well. So the enhancement of the craft should also lead to an enhancement of the business of fashion, the business of brands, the business that I run. And I think that is something that we, as partners, work together in building as well. Thank you. Thank you, I think.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
We now request everyone to come with us for a Nexa experience at the showroom, which will be followed by dinner.
So we're going to have just to end the evening a final walk of all the models and once again a look at all the 7 looks that we have tonight. Start the music, guys.
And I'd just like to thank everyone for being here. Our friends from the media, thank you for taking time out. A little late in the evening than we usually are here, but thank you so much for being here. Manish, thank you for putting together this preview. I think it just makes us all the more excited about the event. And I'd like to definitely thank our guests from the Nexa team, the senior management that's taken time out from their busy schedules to be here and be part of what we feel will be a great journey between us. Thank you.
you.